And good morning to you. Welcome to high school basketball on Central Illinois Sports, live from day number 2 of the Macomb Western Holiday Boys Basketball Tournament for the first of 5 broadcast fun-filled action for you today as the Liberty Eagles take on the Monmouth Roseville Titans. Good morning to you. I'm Charlie Hull. Jack and John are up bright-eyed and bushy-tailed this morning as well. This is the Great Rivers Bank pregame show on Central Illinois Sports. The Eagles trying to pick up their second win of the season. They'll have their hands full today with a pretty athletic, quick, and aggressive Monmouth Roseville squad, but 9 o'clock in the morning basketball, it always is an interesting feat, and we're certainly looking forward to it. Here on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show, we remind you that Great Rivers Bank has locations in Pittsfield, Berry, Liberty, and now in Hannibal as well to better serve you. Learn more at greatriversbank.bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender. We step aside for a timeout here. We'll take a look at how these two teams arrived at this point in the tournament, recap what's happened elsewhere in the Macomb tournament so far as day 1 is in the books, and we'll preview what's ahead yet today. It's all coming your way next on Central Illinois Sports.
Wish you had extra cash for a vacation, a boat, a new car, projects around the house? Free up more cash for the things you want by taking advantage of low interest rates. Refinance your home with Great Rivers Bank and keep more of your money by lowering your monthly payment. Start the process online at greatriversbank.bank and work with one of our experienced loan officers to get the lowest rate possible. Great Rivers Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
At Logan Agri-Service, we consider it a badge of honor to be recognized as one of the larger independent suppliers of crop protection chemicals in the Midwest. We've worked hard for years to provide you with the access to the best herbicides, insecticides, and fungicides from top manufacturers because we know without you, our local farmers, we wouldn't be here. When you have questions, call our local experts to discuss what works best for your fields and your situation, or visit us online at loganag.com. Serving agriculture since 1962.
When choosing internet and Wi-Fi service to meet your family's education needs, it pays to do your homework. You'll learn that Cascom, with fast, reliable speeds up to 1 gig, powered by whole home adaptive Wi-Fi, is the right choice. School has changed, and so should your internet. Contact Cascom and upgrade to the internet speed and whole home Wi-Fi your family needs.
There's a road that makes all the difference between the good and the great. A road less traveled for the few who can handle the grind. One of hard work, dedication, integrity, and leadership, with a respect for heritage and tradition and a willingness to adapt. At Little Jess, we travel that road every day because we believe in that difference. And we dare our competition to try and keep up. Little Jess, serving the tri-state area since 1969.
Back live at Western Hall and Leroy A. Ufkus Court for this 9 o'clock contest between the Monmouth Roseville Titans and the Liberty Eagles on Central Illinois Sports. The Liberty squad fell to the number 1 seed in the tournament, Rockridge, yesterday, 54-22. Really, Liberty just had too many turnovers in that contest. Rockridge, a good basketball team, they capitalized on those turnovers. Eagles going to have to take better care of it here this morning. For Monmouth Roseville, really, they just kind of got outsized by Illini Bluffs yesterday morning. I really didn't think Monmouth Roseville looked too bad. Again, some turnovers and some miscues, but that size for Illini Bluffs definitely made it difficult for them to ever get the ball inside.
Well, Illini Bluffs has that big junior, and I tell you, he's a ball handler along with being a good post player. And then they had a couple other guys that are about 6'5", 6'6", and how do you compete with that if you don't have the similar size?
Well, I mean, Liberty had that advantage last year, right? I mean, big size, good guards, and, it's amazing the difference a year can make, and that's nothing against these kids from Liberty. They play very hard, and quite honestly, I think you've seen great improvement from the beginning of the season to this point in the year, and a lot of that's due to the guy they have sitting on their bench who just keeps on working.
I'll tell you, when you look at a guy like Greg Altmix, people say, well, I'm surprised he came back. Greg Altmix is a coach, and we had a little chuckle as we were having a cup of coffee, or I was having one. I don't even know Greg drinks coffee, but I said, well, what do you think? And he said, well, I got those 3-6-9 guys that are going to become eligible second semester from the islands, and I think we'll be pretty good at that point. Ha, 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 a la the days of Mooseheart and things. But you go with what you got. When you got a school of a couple hundred kids, you're going to get the kids you got. And, a lot of years in Liberty, they turn out to be pretty good basketball players.
Elsewhere in the tournament action yesterday, West Hancock was a winner over Canton 51-48. Camp Point Central beat Lewistown 62-26. Southeastern was a 41-29 winner over A-Town. Macomb defeated the Pittsfield Sockies 46-33. Eureka over Illini West in comeback fashion 52-41. And Farmington beat Brown County in the nightcap last night. It feels like we were just here, 53-37. That sets up consolation games today. This Monmouth, Roseville, and Liberty matchup at 10:30, Canton and Lewiston. At 1 o'clock, a game that we'll have for you, Abington, Avon, A-Town, and Pittsfield. And at 2:30, another game we'll have for you, Illini West and Brown County. Then on the championship side of the bracket, 5 o'clock, Illini Bluffs and Rockridge. 6:30, West Hancock and Camp Point Central. 8 o'clock, Southeastern and Macomb. We'll have both of those games for you. And then the nightcap at 9:30 will feature Eureka and Farmington, which should be an entertaining matchup as well. It is day 2 of the Macomb Western Holiday Boys Basketball Tournament, but day 3 will not happen tomorrow. It will happen on Friday, so everybody gets a little break and a chance to rest and recuperate. Of course, the team that loses this game and the next 3 games, they won't have to worry about coming back for a third day because their tournament action will be over, so everybody now trying to win and advance no matter which side of the bracket you're on. Trying to get 4 games, and that's the goal when you start the tournament. Both teams out on the court preparing for this 9 o'clock contest, Monmouth, Roseville, and Liberty. Glad you're with us this morning on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show.
Here at Mountain Dew, it's easy to tell who really loves the outdoors. For one thing, there's the rack on your car and the hitch on the back of your truck. There's your garage full of toys, from dirt bikes to wakeboards. And there's your cooler full of Mountain Dew, always at the ready. Because when it's time to get out there, climb into your deer stand or your fishing boat, a cooler of ice-cold Mountain Dew, that's as important a piece of outdoor gear as your spinning rod or your four-wheeler. Mountain Dew. Get out and do.
Helena Agra of Camp Point, Illinois is a proud sponsor of the broadcast of Camp Point Central football. For all your seed, fertilizer, and ag chemical needs, the experts at Helena Agra, Brian Obert, Dustin Roskamp, are the guys to call. Let them show you the best seed, fertilizer, and ag chemicals to make your farming operation a success. Call 217-593-7761. That's 217-593-7761 for Helena Agra. Helena Agra says, go Panthers! Are you short on time or budget, but your family is hungry? It's time for the Maya Authentic Mexican Restaurant in Pittsfield. Try the Maya Special, a crowd favorite. Delicious grilled fajitas, steaks, nachos Mexicano, salads in a tortilla bowl, the tastiest salsa and cheese sauce around, and the fastest service anywhere. You can afford it. It's the Maya Mexican Restaurant on Washington Street. Call ahead with your order and you can pick it up in the drive-thru, 217-285-4526. The Maya Restaurant in Pittsfield.
For nearly 40 years, the Niebuhr Funeral Home has been serving our area with professionalism and compassion. This is our business, our hometown. You can be assured we take great personal pride in serving your family in your time of loss. We're locally owned. We're your friends and neighbors. We care about you and your family. Niebuhr Funeral Home, with locations in Pittsfield and Barry, serving our community with compassion and respect.
Welcome back on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. Hey, check out the CD rates right now at Great Rivers Bank. You can go to the location nearest you, Liberty, Barry, Pittsfield, or Hannibal. Or if you want to drive to the farthest one or hitchhike, it doesn't really matter. Just get in and see them for their CD rates at Great Rivers Bank. You can log online. I say that like you have to actually sign into something now. Just go to a website. You can pick up your phone, your tablet, your laptop, and get there at greatriversbank.bank. Member FDIC. And an equal housing lender. Well, for a long time, Chuck Grant was the head coach of this Monmouth Roseville squad. He retired a couple of years ago now, and Jake Sotos has done a nice job stepping in, and you still have that nice high energy level that you've seen out of the Monmouth Roseville Titans for a while.
Yeah, but he doesn't do the aerobic exercise that Grant used to do. I mean, when Chuck was there, I always wanted him to wear my watch. You'd have got 40,000 steps in during a basketball game. And, most all of it was very, very positive stuff. It was never really that barking at the official. He was working harder than his kids, and his kids really bought into it. And when he had some of those talented teams, they played up to that level.
Yeah, they played deep into the postseason several times, and Coach Grant's history won several regionals and some sectional titles, and really he did a nice job. And not to gush over Coach Altmix, but I mean, I hope the folks in Liberty understand what kind of a coach they have. And Liberty's been fortunate to have some pretty good coaches over the years. I'm not so sure any of them might be any better than this guy right here.
Well, I mean, when you go back and you look at a guy like Jeff Casper, who was a tremendous defensive basketball coach and turned in a great product, took him to the state with the Starnes boys and some others. I mean, that was a very good team. And then the next thing you know, you get a guy like Andy Douglas, and you're thinking, okay, how's this going to work out? It worked out wonderfully, and Andy took the kids and brought them to the level. Then they get Andy's old junior high coach in Greg Altmix, and then he gets his sons to help him. He got Adam Lee to help him, and now he's got Big Dan out there as his athletic director, and Dan Sparrow, a former head coach at Jacksonville and other places.
And so nobody's here helping him today. It looks like he's by himself.
You know, it's interesting when you play that 9 o'clock game on a Wednesday, they don't all stand in line.
Sorry, Dad can't make it today. A
Well,
little early bus time.
Not only is Alex not here, but little brother hasn't been here quite a bit, but that's because he's handling the junior high program.
Yeah, it's definitely a family affair, and that's what it is for Liberty. A lot of these kids, you go to school from kindergarten, pre-K, even all the way through the seniors in high school with those same group of kids. You form that bond that really is like a family.
We were talking about like Payson and Liberty's girls teams not co-oping anymore, and we thought what a shame that is. Is there going to come a time fairly soon when the Liberties and Paysons and people have to look at some of that?
On the boys' side?
Yeah.
I'd say we're still several years down the road, but I wouldn't say it's never going to happen because who knows. But I don't think that's imminent by any stretch of the imagination. But it could happen. It's two programs that have done pretty well, and especially over the last decade, 12 years. I mean, they battle it out a lot of times for some big-time moments.
I do like this one, though. Most of the coaches here, like Greg, like Camp Point Central, a lot of those teams, they've dedicated themselves to coming to the Macomb Holiday Tournament because they feel like it makes them better. And Greg Altmix made the statement yesterday, without this tournament last year, I don't think we make that run to state.
Let's pause for our final timeout on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. We'll have our starting lineups and play-by-play next. Monmouth, Roseville, and Liberty on Central Illinois Sports.
If you're near retirement or thinking about retiring, you probably have questions. How do you make your savings last? How much should you take out and when? You're ready for retirement, but are your finances? Your Edward Jones financial advisor, Derek Harris, can help you build a strategy to help your finances keep up with your needs over the long haul. You've done what it takes to get there. Now it's time to make the most of retirement. Stop by the office at 1891 Main Street in Quincy, Illinois for a face-to-fact appointment. Edward Jones, making sense of investing, member SIPC.
The Farmers National Bank of Griggsville with locations in Griggsville, Mount Sterling, and Pittsfield. Maybe you ask, why choose Farmers National Bank of Griggsville? The answer is simple. Local people, local decisions, and local commitment with local investments. We have many products and services to meet your needs. We invite you to find out more about us. Go to fmbgriggsville.com and explore all the services we offer. Visit any of our 3 friendly locations in Mount Sterling, Griggsville, and Pittsfield today. The Farmers National Bank of Griggsville, local people helping local people, member FDIC. The caring and experienced professionals at Hamilton Funeral Homes are here to support you through this difficult time. We offer a range of personalized services to suit your family's wishes and requirements. You can count on us to help you plan a personal, lasting tribute to your loved one, and we'll carefully guide you through the many decisions that must be made during this challenging time. You're welcome to call us at any time of the day, any day of the week. Visit our funeral home in person or on the web at hamiltonfuneralhome.com. Call 217-593-6517. Lipcomb Insurance Services realize today's risk. A good risk management plan is a necessity. It takes thought and consideration in many variables that face you as a producer. No one solution can be the answer. At Lipcomb Insurance Services, we have over 40 years of experience with agriculture and the problems you face. We offer a wide variety of options to help you shoulder some of the risk. We understand farming. We will go over your goals and challenges as a producer and build a risk management plan that fits your operation. Contact Brett Lipkeman at 217-242-2703. Lipkeman Insurance Services, a trusted and proven provider of federal crop insurance for over 20 years. Go Eagles!
Let's meet the starting lineups, brought to you in part by Illini Express, here to serve you with walk-in medical care when you need it. You'll find them on the south side of the square in Pittsfield, open 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. every Monday through Saturday. It's Illini Express. Let's meet the Liberty Eagles. Greg Altmix's squad, 1-12 on the year. They'll start at a guard, a 5'9" sophomore, Jacob Alexander. At a second guard, he's a 5'8" junior, Noah Klauser. And at the third guard spot today will be the 6'3 junior Tanner Gim. Out of forward, a 6-foot senior Will Moss. And at the other forward, the 6'2 junior Levi Hayner. Hayner, Gim, Moss, Klauser, and Alexander for Liberty. For Monmouth Roseville, the Titans and Jake Sotos' squad. They're 6 and 7 on the year. They will start at a guard. He is a 6'1 senior Jerome Jackson. At a second guard, he's a 6'1 senior CJ Johnson. And at the third guard spot today for the squad from Monmouth Roseville, it'll be Silas Brom, the 6-foot senior. Out of forward, a 6'1 senior Nick Lewis Bresnahan, excuse me. And at the other forward, the 6'1 junior Nico Avendano, Bresnahan, Braun, Johnson, and Jackson for Monmouth Roseville.
So you guys say Lewis Bresnahan every time.
Okay, I can. Nick. Old Nick.
On my sheet, he became a Lewis.
Nick Lewis Bresnahan. He's a 6'1 forward and a senior for this squad. Sports the number 12, but wearing the kind of pink shoes today. I like them. Jack's got a pair at home. Gim jumps in the center for Liberty. In the middle there is C.J. Johnson, and the tip is up and controlled by the Eagles. Here comes Liberty. Klauser into the front court against this man-to-man pressure here for Monmouth Roseville. Right side with it is Gim. Looks at the high post, wasn't open, looks at the back door, and they'll call a 5-second closely guarded. Okie dokie smoky.
Well, you know,
Man was inside the three-point line. The other man was standing out by the logo. 7:42 to play in the first. And here comes Monmouth Roseville on the attack for the first time. Lewis Bresnahan works it on the right side to Jackson. Free throw line now to Avendano. Avendano knifes the lane. Shot put up no good. Rebound loose underneath and ripped out of there by Levi Hayner. Hayner gets his first board, so both teams have had the ball once and no score so far. 7:20 to play in the opening quarter. And now here's a reach and foul out front on Jerome Jackson.
Jerome Jackson picks up his team first of the ball game.
So Jackson whistled for the foul.
Got to get a little taller, Charlie. Got to get a little taller.
You got to quit drinking that coffee. It stunts your growth.
That's right.
Klauser into the front corner, right side Gim. Gim out top to Klauser again. This squad, of course, without probably their best offensive player at the guard spot in Gavin Fessler. He's on the bench today, though. That's good to see him back in here supporting his teammates. Here's a ball knocked out of bounds. It stays with Liberty on the baseline. 7:04 to play in the first. Klauser to trigger. Liberty, we've talked about, really good at these inbounds plays under the hoop. Now Gim to Klauser, left wing. Off of the Gim screen. Around the horn it goes to Moss on the right side. Look for the bounce pass, finds Gim. Gim pull up Jay, too hard. Hayner kept it alive, but it's pulled in by Lewis Bresnahan. The end of the front court. Jackson drives in, ball stripped, stolen away. Alexander with the takeaway. Moss got a hand in on the steal. Into the front court, Klauser with it for the red-clad Eagles. To Gim. Gim blows by his man, gets to the middle. Little floater up right hand, no good. Moss there to clean up the glass, won't fall. And the rebound down to C.J. Johnson. Johnson turns and takes it into the front court. Left side, Braun. Braun drives, back out to Johnson, fakes the three. Top of the key to Lewis Bresnahan. On the left wing, Johnson.
Looks a little like 9 o'clock basketball, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. To Jackson now. Jerome Jackson, right wing. Nick Lewis Bresnahan. Braun. Johnson. Jackson. Liberty tighten that zone, not wanting to get it inside of the big man, and Avendano. He works his way inside. Little in and out pass. Free throw line now. Braun gets to the middle. Kicks it left side. Johnson for a three. It's an air ball. Avendano on the rebound. Put back up and in for two. And it's a 2-0 Monrose lead on the Trucks LLC scoreboard.
Offensive rebound and a bucket on that air ball.
There's a pass. Here's a pass inside Alexander to Moss. Leans back, won't go. Rebound. Hayner's got a board. Rips it out of there with good strength. Shot put up, won't fall. And the rebound this time down to C.J. Johnson for Monrose. Into the front court come the Titans. Jackson, left side three ball. Lets it fly and knocks it down. Jerome Jackson with the tray, and it's 5-0 Titans.
Liberty looked a little bit like Pittsfield did last night, getting those close looks, but just not going ahead and completing that layup.
Klauser in the backcourt gets it across to Alexander. Deep in the corner to Moss. Looking for Hayner in the post. Who threw it between the defender's legs. The ball tipped by the man behind the post player, though, and stolen away.
2 turnovers on Liberty in the early going.
Johnson with the ball out top. Leaves it off to Lewis Bresnahan. Toward the left wing. Tried to throw it in the middle. Ball knocked loose. Run down by Avendano. Avendano to Lewis Bresnahan. Out top ball off of C.J. Johnson. Ran it out near the half-court line and then threw a pass stolen away by Klauser. 2-on-2 into the front court. He'll attack the rack. Runner-up is good. Nice finish at the rim by Klauser. And puts Liberty on the board at the 4:15 mark of the first.
He hung and got the defender by him and made the layup.
Good strong take to the hoop there. Fearless was Klauser that time. Here's Jackson. Kicks. Left side. Lewis Bresnahan 3. Good. Nick Lewis Bresnahan. His first 3 of the contest to make it 8-2. Monmouth Roseville.
You and the PA guy both having fun with that.
Alexander into the front court. He'll throw a pass across the lane. Last touched by Lewis Bresnahan. Out of bounds. Here comes Poulter into the contest. That's Nathan Poulter, the 5'10 freshman. Also, Tanner Cooley into the game. He is a 6-foot freshman for this Liberty squad.
Henry did a nice job knocking it off of the Monmouth player that time.
Inbounds pass comes to Moss. Leaves it to Poulter left side. Back to Moss. Drives in. Shot fake. Leans back. No good. Gets his own board. Keeps it alive out there for a second chance opportunity.
I'm with you. I'd like to see Moss play football. Ooh.
Right side, Gim on the wing. There was a pass over the top of the defender to Poulter. Poulter, the freshman, to Gim. Deep. 3, no good. Rebound down to Johnson for Monmouth Roseville. A 6-point lead and the basketball for the Titans. Lewis Bresnahan to Johnson. Right side, Jackson as they whip it around the horn. Got top to Braun, down the middle to Avendano. He's bumped, and I think a foul going to be called here.
Whistle came late, 9 o'clock in the morning, John. Looks like they're going to call that on Gim. Tanner Gim's first, Liberty first. 3:09 left first quarter, 8-2 Monrose.
All top of the key, Johnson. Jackson left side. They run him off the 3-point line. Leaves it back to C.J. Johnson. 3 minutes to play in this first period. Titans with the early advantage. Down low, ball knocked away by Moss, stolen away. Good help side defense by Will Moss. Second turnover by the Titans. Klauser into the front court. Finds Gim right wing. Dribble drive to the elbow. Down low, tried to find Poulter off of his hands and out of bounds. A turnover on Liberty here. Into the contest, Darian Smith, a 6'2 junior for Monmouth Roseville. Also Jake Steele into the game, the 5'9 junior.
Don't know how long the consolidation's been, but Roseville actually was a very competitive football team for many years before they went together with Monmouth.
Ball comes into the hands of Braun. Looked for Avendano, overthrows him. Has to run it down near the half-court line to Steele. Kicks right side. Jackson from the deep three-point line, no good. And Klauser has the board. He dribbles away from a double team. Throws it up toward the front court to Gim, who had to tiptoe the line to make that catch. Takes it across to Moss. 2:07 to play in the first. Liberty trying to get their second score of the day. Moss to Gim. Now between the circles, Klauser. To the freshman Poulter. Into Gim. A lot of hands on him. He'll back his way in and get called for an offensive foul now as he trying to back down Darian Smith.
Gim's second, turnover number 3, team foul number 2.
Here comes Alexander back into the game. Klauser sits down, so Gim will stay on the court. The other way, we see Leo Mahoney in for the first time, a 6'2 junior for Monmouth Roseville.
Poulter kind of reminds me of Nyson when he was a freshman. Jordan, that is.
Avendano out to Jackson. Good ball movement by this Monmouth Roseville squad. Avendano out top. Free throw line turnaround shot. Leo Mahoney fresh off the bench and in for 2. 10-2 Titans on the Trucks LLC scoreboard. Here's the ball now stolen away from Poulter. Jackson puts it up and in. A little larceny and a layup, and Liberty wants the timeout. 12-2 Monmouth Roseville with the advantage on top of the Liberty Eagles. An early action on Central Illinois Sports.
Did you know that Prairie Land FS doesn't just sell seed? They treat it and box it right here at one of their local facilities, then deliver it to your farm or fields. Growers trust Prairie Land FS to deliver top-performing crop protection products that promise the best performance before, during, and after the growing season. Prairie Land FS, your leading supplier of choice.
1:20 to play in the first period. 12-2 Monmouth Roseville, a 10-point lead. Greg Altmix took the timeout for Liberty. And we're back to live action here. A little full court pressure now by the Titans. Klauser finds a Gim. Long pass over the top, going to be stolen away by Darian Smith. Smith down low Jackson. He's fouled by Gim. Will pick up his third foul in the first quarter.
Yep, third foul with 1:09 left first quarter. He'll have to sit down. Hayner's going to come into the game, and you know, he's the strongest kid on your team and probably the best shooter at this point. He's got 3 fouls, and you're down 12-2. Things not looking good in the early going for the Eagles, but they'll fight through it.
Jake Steele to inbound for Monmouth Roseville. Jackson, Smith, back in the corner. Steele for the three. It won't fall through. Good box up by Klauser. He was boxing out the big man and Avendano.
Well, Avendano was spending his time throwing both arms up, calling the three-point shot good.
I think he was just making sure the referee didn't think he was over the back. Here's a ball now blocked on the board for Leo Mahoney. Into the front court, Avendano drives in, kicks right side. Steele for 3. It's an air ball. Ball trying to be saved in bounds by Mahoney, but could not corral it with 40.4 seconds to play in the first.
Could you have a better name than Jake Steele to play a sport? I mean, that's just such a solid name.
And I'm Jake Steele. I mean, it should be like, welcome to The Price is Right. I'm Jake Steele. Here's a drive in by Alexander. He'll work it out to Klauser. Moss out top with 25 ticks to play in this first period.
That's a good name. Wow.
Coming to theaters this summer, starring Jake Steele. Yeah, left side, Hayner, 14 ticks to play. Alexander, who might have got away with dragging the pivot foot. Shovel pass right side, Klauser, 7 seconds. Try to find Cooley. Ooh, good catch. Inside, gets it to Moss. It's tied up. It'll go Monmouth Roseville's way, but that'll change the arrow to start the second period. 3.8 seconds to play in the first. The Titans with a 10-point lead, and now the basketball length of the court to go. Steele on the dribble toward the front court, stops, heaves it the other way, comes up well short, and we've played a quarter of basketball action. After one, it's a 12-2 Titan lead over Liberty. Second quarter play-by-play your way next.
Illini Community Hospital is committed to providing high-quality specialty care close to home. We are pleased to welcome Dr. William Severino, urologist, and Dr. Mark Mount, ear, nose, and throat physician, to the consulting physician clinic team at the Castile Center. Specialty care is also provided for orthopedics, cardiology, podiatry, obstetrics, oncology, and more. Learn more by visiting IlliniHospital.org or call 217-285-2113, extension 3950 to schedule an appointment.
Time to be thinking about tax planning. You can count on Illinois FBFM for accounting, consulting, and tax preparation for farmers and businesses in Pike, Brown, and Adams County. Phone 217-593-7233. That's 593-7233. Illinois FBFM can take care of your farm accounting needs. Get your accounts in order for this tax season. Contact Jesse Shootman, Emily Carlson, and Brad Wellman. Illinois FBFM in Camp Point, working for you.
Liberty trails 12-2 to Monmouth Roseville. Liberty just 1 of 9, 0 for 1. Tanner Gim with 3 fouls on the bench. And 5 of 11 is Monmouth, 2 of 7 from three-point land.
Hayner with the ball, left wing for Liberty as we're back to live action to start this second period. First of 5 games we'll have for you today, 5 of the 8 being played here at Western Hall. Down low, Hayner, turnaround shot, good move, the big man with his first bucket. And makes it 12-4.
That's a pretty spin move going the opposite way.
He's got really good footwork. I like it. Here's a 3 on the way, right side. Smith says, hey, how about an answer? Darian Smith from downtown. And the lead 11 now for Monmouth Roseville on the Trucks LLC scoreboard. Here's a dangerous pass in the backcourt. Moss Pushes it across to Klauser. Klauser attacks the rack. Runner up, no good. Fouled. And I believe he'll shoot 2 shots.
Well, I think so too. It is going to go on Ashton Toll, his first, team second. Klauser to the free throw line to shoot a pair. 15-4 is the lead by Monmouth. 7:16 left in the half. Good one for Klauser on his first attempt.
Bowler's Universe, they're open Monday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Fridays until midnight. Saturdays 4 to midnight. Check them out tonight for Queen of Hearts. They have their $7 burger and fry special all day.
Klauser couldn't get it to fall. Lewis Bresnahan on the rebound.
Smith works it inside to Toll. Knocked away by Hayner. Tries to save it in. Still loose and out of bounds. It'll be Liberty basketball. So a turnover on the Titans.
Third turnover of the game now on Monrose.
Eagles basketball facing this full court pressure by Monmouth Roseville. 7:06 to play in the first half.
I wonder if Monmouth was the Titans before they did the consolidation.
Alexander into the front court. Cooley. Bounce pass was behind Hayner, and nobody going to be able to run that one down. Turnover by Liberty is their 7th.
6:56 left in the second quarter of game 1 of 5 we'll bring your way today on Central Illinois Sports.
Toll, left side to Lewis Bresnahan. Puts it on the deck one time, out top to Smith. Right side Steele. One of the things that Jake Sotos has emulated for Chuck Grant. Chuck always would play a lot of guys, wouldn't he? Like, you'd always see a lot of players. Here's Smith on a drive to the basket, no good. Rebound comes down to Moss. Like, if you're sitting on that bench, you better be ready because he might just put you in.
He'd grab you by the shirt and just almost throw you into the bench.
And there's a ball thrown beyond the benches. It'll be headed toward the Wild Wild West out there.
He'd run down the line and grab a kid and say, you get in, you get in, you get in. And, I mean, he always had a plan. You know, his father-in-law made sure he had a plan, and John Elder, one of the best.
$6:19 to play in the half. 15-5 Monmouth Roseville. For a 9 o'clock basketball game here. Here's a ball tipped by Moss out of bounds. And they'll say, no, it touched the hand of Steele last. Steele does not argue much there. He says it must have gone off of him. Here comes Tanner Gim back into the game with 6:10 to play in the second quarter, playing with 3 fouls.
I want to know why Chuck Grant's not here working radio today, because I was watching him yesterday, and there was quite a bit of energy sitting on the bench just calling the game.
Well, I'd say it's because he's retired, and it's 9 o'clock in the morning for the second day. Out top Moss to Alexander. Around the horn it goes to Klauser.
We're going to start calling him Big Game Chuck Grant here before long.
Cooley on the left wing. Back out to Klauser. Liberty trying to get some traction here offensively and cut down on these turnovers. Moss looks in the paint. Out top Alexander. That's through the screens down low. Here it comes down and stolen away by Toll. Toll step in front of the pass. He knew what was coming. Steele into the front court. Left side Smith. Smith deep 3. No good. Alexander runs down the rebound. Klauser will bring it up for the Eagles. 5:20 to play in the second period. Toward the right wing, Tanner Cooley. Cooley. Bullet pass out top. Moss for a 3. Back iron, no good. Here's Smith like he was shot out of a cannon on the run into the front court, trying to maintain the dribble. Shot put up is no good, but he's fouled from behind by Alexander, and Darian Smith, the junior, will go to the free throw line.
Alexander's first foul, first one on anybody on Liberty other than Gim, 4 team fouls. To the free throw line goes Darian Smith. He's got a 3 on the day. 15-5 is the Monmouth lead. 5:03 left in the second period on the Trucks scoreboard. First free throw is up and good.
The Pike County Express is your local family-owned newspaper. They've been serving Pike County since 1991 years past the year 0. Check them out each Wednesday on a newsstand near you.
Second 11-point lead of the game. It should be 16-5, should it not?
That's what I have as well.
Yep. Scoreboard hasn't changed yet. I'm sure it will in a moment. And the second one up by young Mr. Darian Smith, looking for his 5th point. And it's up And a good job shooting free throws, nothing but the bottom of the net.
Yeah, I like Darian Smith off the bench right now. It should be 17-5. I'm not sure why the scoreboard says otherwise. Here's Alexander. A quick shot, rebound run down by Moss. So they'll get a second chance opportunity. Out front, Klauser with the basketball.
Moss' second offensive board of the day.
There's a pass over to Alexander. Looks down low, ball knocked away by Smith. Tried to save it in, but ran out of real estate on the baseline.
Liberty trying to make those seam passes, and, you know, last year they all were caught by those bigger, more physical kids.
And bounce to Moss, to Gim. Let's go from downtown. Gim a little short. And the rebound down to Lewis Bresnahan. He'll take it coast to coast, leaves it to Arredondo right side. Now on the wing it goes to Steele. Steele on the dribble drive to Lewis Bresnahan in the corner. Works his way in the paint and travels. Ran it to Gim, and Gim for a second went, nope, didn't foul him. Didn't touch him. He ran into me.
5 turnovers on Monmouth, 9 on Liberty in the day. And that sets up full court pressure once again by Monmouth. They've had success with that, slowing things down.
I'm sure we've seen somebody pick up 4 fouls in the first half at some point, but I don't remember it, and I'd like to not remember it after today with Tanner Gim. Alexander. Out between the circles, Klauser. 4:09 to play in the second period. Giddy up. Down low, Gim. Turnaround shot got cut under the rim, and Smith with a forearm shiver as he goes up the court as he and Klauser collide, and Klauser called for the foul.
Klauser got him with his shoulder. That'll be a foul on him, 1 on him, 5 on the team. Wholesale changes coming the other way for Monroe.
Jordan Watson into the game for the first time. Also back into the contest, Jerome Jackson and C.J. Johnson. Also we see for the first time, James Blackman, a 6'5 junior. And they join Aaron Dondo on the court. Watson out front to Johnson on the right wing. Gets it out top, Jackson. Jackson, a little floater up is good. Jerome Jackson with another 2.
He's got 7 already in the game.
19-5 as the lead keeps growing for the Titans. Ooh, nice catch by Alexander on a high pass. Into the front court, Gim. Gim looks to drive, dished it off, and lost it out of bounds.
10 turnover on Liberty, 3:31 left in the half. 19-5 is the score right now. Substitution coming in for Liberty.
It's Cooley returning. He'll come in for Gim, trying to make sure he doesn't pick up that 4th foul here in the first half of play.
Lewiston Indians have arrived, getting ready to play the next game. They will take on Canton. 2 teams very familiar with each other. Come to the Macomb tournament and run into each other again.
So you say Lewiston. Or some people say Lewistown.
Lewistown, Missouri is what I always say.
Here's a turnaround shot by Aaron Dondo up and good for Monroe. And the Titans having it their way in this contest. 21-5 on the Truck scoreboard. And now here's a foul in the backcourt going to be called on Jordan Watson.
Who made that basket just a moment ago?
Basket was made by Aaron Dondo, wearing the number 34 today.
Avendondo, right? Yeah,
Avendondo. What did I say?
Aaron Dondo.
Huh? Here's a nip in the air. 3:06 to play in the half. 21-5, the advantage for Monmouth Roseville.
Gold jacket, green jacket, yeah. Uh-huh. I couldn't find Aaron Dondo. I thought he played third base for the Cardinals.
Well, that's a nice play by Avendondo to find his teammate and Jordan Watson on the back cut, and he'll put it up and in. He said, it's elementary, my dear Watson. Into the front court, Alexander. He'll drive at Avendondo. Top of the key now, Klauser gets a touch. It's been a while since Liberty's put the biscuit in the basket here. And it'll be a little while longer as Alexander lost it out of bounds.
Yeah, Alexander, a youngster out there trying to get used to the varsity action, just a sophomore, coming down and getting himself caught in that right corner on the offense a lot. And it works fine if you can get somebody open, but it's kind of allowing Monmouth to pin him down there a little bit more often.
2:25 to play here in the first half. Here's a 3 on the way by Watson. No good. Rebound underneath on the offensive side, though, to Blackman. He gets it to Jackson, whose shot won't fall, and the rebound down to Will Moss.
Give him a handful. All 5 for Mr. Moss. He's playing hard.
Klauser, dribble drive, gets inside, has a shot blocked. Rebound, Klauser hustles after it to save another offensive rebound, and now Alexander is bumped and fouled by Watson, I believe.
They're going to call that on Jordan Watson. I think that's his second, is it not?
It is, team fourth.
1:57 left in the half, 23-5, biggest lead right now for Monmouth.
Alexander has the ball slipped between his mitts, but runs it down out near the big leatherneck. Gets it to Moss, and he's fouled from behind by Johnson.
Moss wants to help him up, and the referee got in the way. 1-5 fouled another. C.J. Johnson picks up the foul, 15 foul.
Referee was kind of making sure. He's like, what are you going at him like that for? He's like, I'm just trying to help him up, man.
Yeah, you don't know Will Moss. Great young man, that boy.
There's a ball knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Liberty. Now, I will say, if you met Will Moss in a dark alley and you didn't know, with that hair, Jack, you'd be intimidated.
You'd think it was the 70s.
It's like in the time machine.
Bell bottoms, leisure suits, and the mullet.
Inbounds pass, Moss from the baseline. Floater up, no good. Rebound down to Watson. He's tripped up from behind by Klauser. Klauser says, I didn't trip him. It was that A on the court.
Klauser picks up his second, team foul number 6.
The A in Leroy A. Ufka's court here at Western Illinois University, which I might say is better than Waste Management Court.
We had the conversation whether Brett Ufkas was related to Leroy Ufkas. He'll be coaching Southeastern this evening at 8 o'clock against Macomb.
Could be.
Answer that for us. Send me a text, 473-5151, with the answer, please.
Can I ask you, who were you talking to when you had that conversation?
I was
who was
talking
the
to Steve Horrell.
All right, here's a floater up, no good by Watson. Gets his own rebound, tries to throw it back out, and is fouled. He'll shoot 1 and 1.
Cooley's going to pick up the infraction, his first, 7th team foul. On the bonus line now will be Monmouth the rest of the way for the minute 28 left in the first half. They lead 23-5, and it's not elementary. Jordan Watson is at the free throw line. He's got 2 points on the day. First one up is no good. And the rebound over the top from Blackman, who I was going to say a little bit ago has got the longest arms of anybody in the tournament, I think.
Here's a tie-up now as it's a scrum for the ball, and it will stay with Monmouth Roseville. On the alternating possession era, 1:21 to play in the second period.
Blackman is 6'5", a junior, and a raw talent that I'm sure Monrose would like to see get more playing time.
And he's being guarded by Klauser right now, who's not 6'5". And they couldn't get it to him. Klauser says, because I had him locked down, they threw it out of bounds.
Jake Soto said, hey, guys, it's 9 o'clock in the morning. We're up 23-5. Let's cut down on the turnovers. That's their 6th.
1 minute, 11 seconds to play in the second period. Klauser gives it to Alexander. Puts it on the deck here. Off to Cooley. Cooley to Hayner. Cuts in the lane. Try to get it to Cooley and stepped out of bounds.
12th turnover as the pass was a little bit of a lead on him. Charlie, you're working on a replay thing that you're going to be able to use down the road. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Can't hardly wait.
Me too if it works. Here's Jackson as we're under a minute to play in this second quarter. Down low, turnaround shot up, no good. Oh, it was just a pass. Give him the assist. C.J. Johnson finishes at the rim for 2.
I hear you.
35 seconds left to the half and a 20-point Monrose lead.
Coach says, let's put that play in.
Blackman, he said it was a pass. I was trying to pass it the whole way, trying to get my teammate an easy 2, and we did. 20 seconds to play in the half. It's only crazy if it doesn't work.
Yeah, that's when the aunt and uncle say, why didn't he play more?
Here's the ball stolen away now by Jackson on the run out into the front court. 10 seconds to play in the half. Little hesitation move. Shot it up. No good. Rebound Johnson. No good. Rebound Blackman up and in for 2.
Blackman got the return from the generosity he had earlier. Made the bucket. 4.7 seconds left. His team leads 27-5, and he can add to that as 2 for 4 from the free throw line is Monmouth. This is their 5th free throw. It's up and no good.
Not sure that hit the rim, but the ball now is a scrum for the loose ball, and it's loose as the buzzer sounds. We take you to the Little Jess Motors halftime show where Monmouth Roseville, a comfortable 27-5 lead over the Liberty Eagles. Halftime stats and analysis your way next on Central Illinois Sports.
There's a road that makes all the difference between the good and the great. A road less traveled for the few who can handle the grind. One of hard work, dedication, integrity, and leadership, with a respect for heritage and tradition and a willingness to adapt. At Little Jess, we travel that road every day because we believe in that difference. And we dare our competition to try and keep up. Little Jess, serving the tri-state area since 1969.
Here in Pittsfield, we're focused on maintaining a healthy, diverse economic base to increase opportunities for our residents. Economic factors greatly affect a community's overall potential, and we strive to continue our prosperous culture. The availability of both commercial and industrial employment centers and new lucrative entrepreneurship opportunities are major assets for growth and development here in Pittsfield. In addition to providing employment and income to people, Pittsfield also boasts several tax incentive districts to further facilitate economic growth. Examples of growth and success can be seen throughout Pittsfield. Pittsfield is located within Pike County and widely known for the abundance of white-tailed deer, and is also home to companies that have capitalized from the region's natural resources. Located over on Madison Street, Whitetail Properties is a major local and international employer that truly embodies the local and economic spirit of Pittsfield. State-of-the-art communications and telecommuting are available here. Be sure to catch their televised series throughout the week on the Sportsman Channel. Come grow and be a part of something great in Pittsfield, Illinois.
Hey guys, it's James and Todd coming at you from Jersey's here. Hey, and it is a beautiful day outside. Catch all the action at Jersey's in Camp Point. Fresh, made-to-order sandwiches, wraps, horseshoes. Check out our brisket bacon burger, our Nashville hot chicken. Fried chicken every Thursday night. Enjoy an afternoon on the patio or catch a game on one of our 7 TVs. Queen of Hearts drawing every Wednesday at 7 o'clock. Todd, you got some beers for us?
Hey, you know what? It's time for that segment.
We love beer!
Ice cold draft beer, unmatched craft selection, and signature drinks. Jersey's Bar and Grill in Camp Point, your hometown sports bar.
Welcome back on the Little Jess Motors halftime show. Monrose leads Liberty 27-5. Monmouth, Roseville, that is. Little Jess, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram in Quincy, Illinois is the place to go for your next vehicle purchase. Their staff is committed to making the car buying process simple and making sure each customer's needs are satisfied. You know, you can trust the Griffin family. They've been in business for a lot of years. Learn more at littlejessmotor.com or stop by and see them today at 3431 Main Street in Quincy. Tell Andrew Jack said howdy. Hey, glad you've joined us for the halftime show. As we look at Monmouth, Roseville, they've turned the ball over 6 times. They've got one man with 2 fouls and Jordan Watson, single fouls on Nick Avendano, also a foul on Ashton Toll, and a miscue on C.J. Johnson, and Jerome Jackson has a foul. Liberty's turned the ball over 13 times in the first half. 3 fouls on Tanner Gim, 2 on Noah Klauser, single fouls on Jacob Alexander and Tanner Cooley. We'll look at shooting percentages and individual scoring in the first half on the Little Jess Motors halftime show on Central Illinois Sports. Glad you've joined us today. Stay tuned.
Abney Home Improvement is a family-owned company with Christian values. We have a passion for helping our customers find the best products at a great price. We understand making a large purchase of windows and doors for your home is a big investment. Our mission is to be completely upfront with you. We have built our business on trust and reputation. We depend on our customers to refer us to friends and family for their home improvement needs. Call 573-221-0886. We finish what we start with quality for you. Abney Home Improvement's 100% satisfaction is what we build our business on. United Community Bank has been serving our community in banking since 1973 and is a proud member of the Pittsfield Strong United community. UCB brings you the latest banking technology, security, and convenience you expect, delivered with friendly local service you deserve from your community bank. UCB invites you to stop in for a visit at number 1 Professional Plaza in Pittsfield, or you can find them online at ucbbank.com. United Community Bank, the leader of community banking, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Sign up for a Saki Rewards debit card.
PCRE Real Estate and Auction is your #1 resource for buying or selling real estate in West Central Illinois. With 2 office locations, one in Pike County and the other in Calhoun County, PCRE Real Estate and Auction is the place to go when you're looking to buy or sell farmland, recreational and hunting land, residential or commercial property. See our current listings at PCRERealestate.com or call us at 217-285-5800 for PCRE Real Estate and Auction.
Call Best Systems Builders for all your insulation needs. We are a full-service insulation contractor offering both open and closed cell spray foam, blown cellulose, and fiberglass installation. Best Systems has 2 BPI certified professionals ready to inspect your home or business today. You may qualify for incentives through the American Act on Energy program. Call Scott or Michael at 217-285-6005 for your free estimate or visit us online at gobestsystems.com and start saving money on your energy bill today.
Little Jess Motors halftime show. The truck scoreboard tells us Monmouth Roseville up over Liberty 27-5 at halftime. Hey, we'd like to tell you about this one. Every day, banks touch every corner of our lives. They support us as we turn life's goals into accomplishments. Goals like opening a small business, buying a home, planting a crop, having a baby. From your first car to life after retirement, Central State Bank is there for all your life's milestones. CSB is central to your banking needs. Visit us in Clayton, Kinderhook, Pittsfield, Pleasant Hill, and Quincy, or at csb123.com. It's as simple as csb123.com. Central State Bank wishing all the teams well on the hardwood this week. Well, for Monrose, they are 11 of 24, 45%, 3 of 10 from the arc, and 2 of 5 from the free throw line. Led in scoring in the first half by Darian Smith with 5 points. Jerome Jackson actually had 7, 2 for C.J. Johnson, a 3 for Nick Lewis Bresnahan, 2 points for Jordan Watson, 2 for James Blackman, and Nico Avendano had 2 also. Liberty on the first half, 2 of 16, 12.5%, 0 of 3 from the arc, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. 3 points for Noah Klauser, 2 for Levi Hayner in the first half. We are ready for second half play-by-play after we take this break on the Little Jess Motors halftime show, and we're back after these.
Pressures on You would like to wish all the area teams the best of luck this year. If you're looking to get your team shirts or just looking for spirit wear for yourself, remember Pressures on You. We have over 1,400 square foot of retail space in our shop. Stop by and see us and check out our offerings. Business lets us help you promote your brand. Decoration methods we offer include screen printing, embroidery, and laser engraving. Thank you to everyone in our community for the support over the last 16 years. Thank you for supporting local. Pressures on You, 506 West Wood, Camp Point, Illinois. Camp Point Central Sports are proud to have Dear Wester Grain as a sponsor of this broadcast. Dear Wester Grain, there for you for all your grain and feed needs. Why don't you give them a call and check out all the locations of Dear Wester Grain? With locations in Golden, Paloma, Mount Sterling, Clayton, La Prairie, Liberty, Industry, Carthage, and Blandonsville. For more information, call Dear Wester Grain Services 696-4461. That's 696-4461, or on the web at dearwestergrain.com. Welcome to Douglas Automotive and Tire, your expert truck and car repair center in Pittsfield, Illinois. We provide full service from oil changes to new tires and everything in between. Contact us today to schedule service. We're located at 303 West Jefferson Street in Pittsfield, Illinois. Call 217-922-0064. That's 217-922-0064. Britton and the gang know cars, and if you need repairs, call Douglas Automotive today for all your repairs. Few things compare to Camp Point Central's fans' dedication to the Panthers. The same can be said about Channel and the farmers they serve. You see, unlike other seed companies, they don't have salesmen. With Channel, you get the advantage of a dedicated Channel seedsman, a trusted year-round advisor who can provide the right recommendations for your fields. It's their hands-on approach that truly sets them apart. Customized service, expert advice, elite seed management products. Find your Channel seedsman at channel.com or contact local district sales manager Matt Hughes at 217-242-8852. Damon Plumbing, serving all of Pike County and the surrounding area with quality residential and commercial plumbing services. Damon Plumbing offers septic installation, drain cleaning, new water lines, remodel work for your home, or if you're planning a new build, make sure you include the Damon boys. To get it right the first time, no job too big. Have you seen Braden and Doug? Or too small? Sorry, Corby, couldn't resist. Call Braden at 217-491-5415 or Doug at 217-617-2318. Damon Plumbing, recommended by our family for your family.
Did you know that PCRE Real Estate and Auction now offers a full-service auction alternative? Farmland, residential real estate, commercial real estate, estates, guns, antiques, farm equipment, and commercial equipment are a few examples that the experienced auction team is ready to assist you with. Our team can make the auction experience less stressful and smooth. Check out our next auctions at our new auction location at 500 Piper Lane in Pittsfield, or call 217-430-2985 and speak with Jason Duke to learn more.
27-5, Monroe's with a commanding lead here at halftime. And we've been informed Liberty needs to score 23 points to keep from setting a record, and we're hoping that they do. The Liberty Eagles with the basketball. Charlie with the call.
Gim goes to the rim. Shot no good. Rebound out of bounds. Last touch by, I think he meant to say it was off of White.
Yeah, they'll fix it.
It was off of the White team. It'll go to Liberty.
It was an exercise program for the kids to run to the other end. Now they're coming back.
One of the few times you see Greg Altmix go, White, what'd you say? Sorry, what was that? Moss with the basketball for the Eagles. Just underway in the third period. It's been a struggle, to say the least, on the offensive end for this Liberty squad in this game so far.
Will Moss gets the ball in his hands. You better be ready, though. He can bullet a pass to you.
Hayner on the wing right side, guarded by Abendano. And there's going to be an offensive foul on Tanner Gim.
My, he must have done something wrong today. Tanner Gim picks up his first team foul, and kind of an unusual call. And, you know, remember a couple years ago when Klingel kept getting those calls?
I don't know, but Gim's going to stay in there with 4 fouls with 7:25 to play in the third. Remember a couple years ago when West Hancock basically had 5 guys they would play?
Yep.
I'm pretty sure at least one guy fouled out in the third period in their semifinal game. I'm not so sure if it wasn't 2.
Missed the guy that coached him. He was always fun.
Reno Pinkston is here yesterday, and his wife. Yeah. Here's a drive down low, and he just fouled out. He just fell out of the game with 7:04 to play in the third.
Tanner Gim picks up the soft 5th foul, and he goes, you know, I don't know if you noticed this or not, but it seems like they're picking on me today, but they won't anymore because I'm going to the bench. Into the lineup comes Tanner Cooley to take his place. And don't forget, Tanner, your first name is the same as Tanner Gim, so you can pick up some fouls.
I almost said there'd be days like this, but you don't see it very much, do you?
C.J. Johnson's first is up and good. He's got 3. 28-5, 7:04 left in the third quarter of play. Second one up by Johnson. The right-hander is also nothing but the bottom of the net. He's got 4.
Just want to thank you guys for telling me we were wearing the red matching polos today.
Well,
I
think you should have got them all the same color. That would have made it a lot easier.
Chuck, we did look at them the same color. Everybody got a red and a gray.
No, but I mean all the same color.
Oh, like just to get.
Or got me all of one color, you all of one color.
Oh, that wouldn't have matched.
John could have got orange because he loves the color orange.
John's a big orange guy, big Illini fan.
Yes, he's a big orange guy. He likes the orange program we use at church. He likes the Illini. He likes Beardstown and Greenfield along with ISD.
Big fan of vitamin C as well. Here's Poulter with the basketball. Go Tigers. Right side with it. Cooley gets it to Moss. Moss, turnaround shot from the baseline, no good. Rebound to Johnson. Excuse me, that's Jackson. Jackson into the front court to Abendano. Fakes, drives, gets it out top to Lewis Bresnahan. He's fouled by Will Moss.
Well, kind of. I think he lost his footing, but Moss will pick up the foul, his first, team third. You know, Tanner Gim has got more fouls than Monmouth has in the game.
Foul out.
What were you going to tell me?
7:04 to play in the third. What I was going to tell you was, if you were going to guess a player in Liberty's squad that would have fouled out in the first 3 quarters. I would have guessed Moss. Here's a shot put up underneath. Good ball movement. And finishing at the rim is Nick Lewis Bresnahan. Lewis-Bresnahan. Lewis Bresnahan. And a ball out of bounds on the Liberty Eagles. Libertyeagles. It's spelling bee Wednesday here at Western Hall.
There's a lesson to be learned in that pass. When your teammate throws a pass that's a little bit over your head, hustle after the ball. Help to make your teammate look a little better.
Just jump higher.
Yeah,
Seems as easy as that.
Hustle after the ball.
Be taller.
Because Coach Altmix will expect you to do that every time.
Lewis Bresnahan. Dribble drive. Gets caught underneath. Gets it to Avendano. Out on the wing. Jackson for 3. No good. And underneath, C.J. Johnson has the board. And I think he was fouled. I think he had good position.
Yeah, Tommy Schuette's going to pick up the foul. His first, 4th on Liberty. Monmouth has not picked up a foul yet. And that's only 2 minutes and 20 seconds into the 3rd quarter.
Time flies when you're having fun. Johnson in the corner. Gets it out top to Avendano. Leaves it to Lewis Bresnahan. Winner of this game plays the winner of the next game. It's what, Canton and whom, Jack?
Lewiston.
That could be a pretty good matchup, really. Here's a foul now on Clouser. Could see
Clouser
some free throw shot in this thing.
Clouser's going to pick up his 3rd, 15 foul. You know, I guess they're setting it up that when you get into the bonus situation, you get a running clock in the 4th quarter, you know, it'll take 2 minutes to shoot a free throw. Hayner, nice job on the defensive side, almost a steal.
Down low, they'll get it to Jackson. Jerome Jackson in double figures now.
Give him 9 is what I have him for.
I had him for 10 on my sheet. Shoot. We'll call it 9. You are the official scorer of this group. And here's a reach-in foul on Jackson. Now he's got 9 points and a foul.
Give him 2 fouls. First team foul the second half. 5:05 left in the 3rd quarter. 33-5.
Remember those fouls that weren't called yesterday?
Yeah.
Found him. Found them all right here, baby. 9 a.m.
There were not many fouls called all day yesterday.
Poor cat on the baseline. Saw him at the hotel this morning. He left his coffee on top of the fire extinguisher box. He said, oh, found it. Must not have been hot. Right side, Hayner 3, bang, it goes.
5 for him on the day.
Hayner showing the range. Little 3 from the wing. Make it 33-8. 4:33 to play in the 3rd. On the Trex LLC scoreboard for all of your diesel repair needs as Lewis Bresnahan fires it up and answers.
I am so proud of Bresnahan because he has 8 points, but I'd hit the wrong side of the counter and put that Liberty one up, and he came down and fixed it for me. Wasn't that nice of him?
You, John, and I are the only people, maybe Damon if he's listening, that even know what you're talking about. And now Lewis Bresnahan is called for a foul.
If you make a bucket, then you foul on the other end. Is that the trend we're in right now? Him and Jackson both did that. Here comes Alexander back into the game.
Alexander sits down Tommy Schuette. Everybody's played on the Liberty bench today.
Tommy Schuette. Remember old Tom Schuette, our buddy at Notre Dame that always helps us get into the games?
Sneaks us in the back door, lets us eat for free in the hospitality room, you mean? Down low, Clouser.
Well, Donnie Martin at least.
Shot put up no good by Moss, and the rebound to Avendano.
Remember how much he appreciated that over the years. Old Donnie, he was a lot of fun.
Good man. Here's C.J. Johnson on a drive and scores 2 more. 38-8.
He's got 6.
Clouser into the front court. Had the ball bounce free. Now to Hayner on the wing right side. Hayner throws a pass across the middle. Stolen by Johnson. Johnson leaving it up for Lewis Bresnahan, who will bring it out behind the arc.
He's trying to get Bresnahan to go up for the dunk.
Bresnahan just takes it out, casually turns around, fires a 3, no good. Johnson gets the rebound, puts it back up, won't fall. Johnson gets the rebound, puts it up, won't fall. But he's fouled this time, and he'll shoot 2 shots.
Johnson going to the charity stripe. Liberty called for the foul. Alexander, I do believe. His second, 16 foul. C.J. Johnson with 6 points. 2 for 2 from the free throw line, now making 3 for 3.
Want to remind you about Moose Lodge 420. They'll have another Friday meal special for you this week. The Moose Lodge on West Washington Street in Pittsfield. New specials each Friday night. The food is hot, the drinks are cold at the Moose Lodge 420 in Pittsfield. They have their comedy night coming up in March. Get those tickets now. They're going fast.
You got to think about joining the Moose, folks. Good place. Really take good care of people. Second one up by Johnson. He is automatic from the free throw line. You want to sponsor him for the free throw marathon. He's going to cost you some bucks.
Jake Steele's checked back into the game. Also in for the first time today is Tyler Finicum, the 5'10 junior. There once was a man named Tyler Finicum. I mean, it's really the only kind of name that even really works in that. What's the real name for that, John? Once was a man named Michael Finnegan. Was that it? Begin again. Here's a shot put up, no good by Moss, and the rebound down to Lewis Bresnahan. 3 minutes to play in the third. Lewis Bresnahan, a little pull-up three, no good. And Hayner gets the board. For the Liberty Eagles, they've scored only 3 points in this period, 8 in the game. Moss trying to change that, though, with a three, no good. Rebound will be run down by Finicum. Off to Silas Braun. Into the front court, right side, Jake Steele. To Finicum out top. Over to Lewis Bresnahan. Down low for a second, and Mahoney, he wasn't open. Now Mahoney gets it behind the arc and travels.
Turnover number 7 on Monrose. Alexander back into the contest. He'll set Hayner down for a breather. Canton Lewiston in the next game. We will not do that one. Then we will come back and do the 1 o'clock game between Abington Avon and the Pittsfield Sockies.
2:19 to play in the third. Here's a nice drive in by Klauser. Missed it at the rim. Rebound Cooley put back long ago. Gets it again and puts it up and in for two. Good stick to it, and it's that time by Tanner Cooley. Cooley with the bucket to make it 40-10. Drive in, kick to the wing. Steele, down low. Braun muscles his way up for two.
His first 2 of the day.
For as difficult as it looks for Liberty on the offensive side, things have been fairly easy for Monmouth Roseville from several fronts. Here's a ball now. Jake Steele tried to steal it away.
Don't you think Jake Soto's got to be saying, I wonder what I did to these guys. I got 2 9 o'clock in the morning games to start this tournament. Huh? And the good news is if you win, they get to play tomorrow or Friday at 9 a.m. over at the Brophy Hall.
Battle at Brophy.
For the trophy.
Here's a pass stolen away on the inbounds. Steele into the front court. Works it to Toll. And that goes out of bounds. Off of the Titans, a turnover.
Interesting, when the game's 42-10, your coach doesn't really get as upset about a bad pass. But if that was in a tight game, he'd be all over you. They had a pretty good game with the Illini Bluffs for about 3/4 of it before losing 56-42.
That Illini Bluff squad's a pretty good team.
Yeah, that's a good team.
Here's Alexander. He's bumped and fouled. Can't call that on Tanner Gim, it looks like.
Steele picks up the foul. Gim said, that was me. I did it. Hayner's coming back in. Gim ought to, swap jerseys for a little while and see if they notice. I'm telling you, Nolan Klingel had that same thing happen to him a couple of years ago. Or Knowlton, yeah. I mean, they called, when he breathed, they called a foul on him.
Yeah, they weren't even playing Macomb. 1:09 to play in the third.
It was bizarre.
Hayner with it on the left wing. Leaves it on the pass to Alexander. Tried to find Hayner, and it was a bullet pass that goes off of Hayner and out of bounds. Turnover on the Eagles.
Nice job by the official that time getting out of the way because that ball was heading right for him.
A little Matrix-like.
John's mad. He's throwing stuff.
Throwing things up here.
And we've seen John throw things, and he usually does not hit what he's shooting for. But he had the bleachers to hit him.
He's throwing something at you. Hold still. Finicum with it. Works it down low. Shot put up no good by Toll, but he's fouled. He'll shoot 2 shots.
Okay, the foul is on Liberty, and I'll get my composure here enough to tell you. Cooley. Oh, it's on Hayner. His first. Free throw up and incomplete by Mr. Toll.
Real Men Twine, located just north of Pittsfield, across from the airport. Your local headquarters for concrete lawn ornaments, statues, fountains, benches, and much more. Stop by and see Smiling Rick and Tracy Reel at 217-285-5013. Real edge one.
As the toll tolls, he's got his first as Ashton.
Here's a shot on the other end by Moss. No good in transition. Rebound down to the Titans. 40 seconds to play in the third. People in a hurry to get to their seats here.
Toll got the rebound on that.
Here is Toll on the drive. Floater up right hand. No good. Foul. Then he'll head back to the stripe to shoot 2 more.
Hayner on the foul again. The 8th team foul against Liberty. Back to the charity stripe goes Ashton Toll. Ashton is a 6'2" senior. Getting some playing time here. 3 bounces on the free throw. Up and too long.
Waters Concrete, Tim Waters and crew. They offer quality concrete for your new build, driveways, decorative patios, sidewalks, anything with concrete. It's Waters Concrete, ready to serve you. 309-252-1052.
Second one no good. Moss with the rebound.
25 seconds to play in the third.
Will Moss for 6 boards on the day.
He's going to try to drive inside. The ball goes between Hayner's legs and out of bounds. So Hayner says, the last 2 passes I've gotten, one almost took my face off, and the other one went between my legs.
He got one yesterday that went through like the croquet wickets, too.
43-10, Monrose on the Trucks LLC scoreboard. 10 seconds to play in the third. Add insult to injury. Monrose gets the basketball to start the final quarter. Here's Darian Smith for a 3. It's no good. Rebound underneath. Put back up. Won't fall for Blackman. Rebound underneath for Smith. He's fouled on a putback at the buzzer. We'll have free throws coming up here to end this third period. Hold on, girls. Don't come out on us, the cheerleaders yet. We've got free throws to shoot.
Hayner picks up his third, 9th team foul. Free throws for Darian Smith, who has 5 points on the day. 43-10 as we end the quarter.
The referees look down. Liberty's cheerleaders, they're out here doing their in-between quarter cheer. They look down to the left, and the one referee's like, just never mind. Just stay there. It's really okay. You're not going to interfere with anything.
First one up, no good. And Smith will get another. The cheerleaders are frozen right in the middle of their stances, though.
Now, if I'm Darian Smith, I do want that red light on the backboard shut off. I mean, that's sort of annoying.
Is this Christmas? Second one up by Smith is good. It was a crawler, and it crawled in. We played 3, 44-10. All Monrose in this one over Liberty. Fourth quarter play-by-play after these.
If your job situation is changing because of layoffs or restructuring, you may have to make several decisions. One important decision may be what to do with your retirement plan. Make sure your retirement stays on track. Derek Harris, your Edward Jones financial advisor, can help. Stop by the office at 1891 Main Street in Quincy, Illinois. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC.
It's time to say Pepsi, please, at your local county market. Refreshment Services Pepsi and County Market. Your best value for delicious drinks to get ready for every game. Stop by your local county market to pick up your favorite Pepsi products today. Stock up for your next family get-together. Refreshment Services Pepsi and County Market for the best price around on all your Pepsi products. You love them and they've got them at County Market. Stop by today and say, Pepsi, please, at your local county market.
44-10 after 3 quarters. Monrose is 16-34, 4-15 from the arc, 7-15 from the free throw line. It's not their great shooting that's gotten them there. Liberty is 4 of 27, 1 of 5, and 1 of 2. Not fair. Monmouth Roseville with the basketball.
In the hands of Jake Steele. Out to Blackman. He'll get it over to Toll. It's going to be stripped by Hayner and stolen away.
Ripped away.
Gets it to Klauser, and here come the Eagles. Down big here, but trying to put together a respectable final quarter in what's going to be their final game of 2022. Ball goes out of bounds. Was tipped by Finicum. Left to go run it down in the tunnel. I mean, what a 2022 it's been, though, for this Liberty program. Seriously, finishing second in the state. It might seem like a long time ago at this very moment, but, I mean, you think about the run they had there. Wow.
They were the best 1A team in the state of Illinois this year.
Yeah, best true 1A team. Here's a 3 on the way by Klauser. It's up and good.
Klauser's got 6 on the day now.
44-13. 7 minutes to play in the fourth. I watched a game with Yorkville Christian at the Thanksgiving tournament at Washington. They got beat by about 30 points. And you know their coach, who was Mr. Sportsmanship last year, wanted to shake everybody's hand and kiss the babies. He walked off the court. How's it feel, pal? Here's the 3 on the way by Finicum, no good. Rebound down to Smith on the offensive side. He's still working hard. To Toll. Gets it into Blackman. Stolen away by Klauser.
Klauser likes the running clock.
Klauser into the front court. On the baseline, Moss. Moss tried to get it to Hayner down low. Nice catch in traffic, and he's fouled.
Took a while, but finally Mr. Toll was caught for the foul. His second, fourth team foul. Liberty ball under the basket. 6:15 and the clock is moving. 44-13 on the Truck scoreboard.
Here's a shot put up. It's no good. Moss couldn't get it to fall. How many seats do you think this place has?
I think it'll hold 7,400.
Wow.
But the seats have been changed from back in the day. They would hold that.
So maybe 6,000 now,
Yeah,
6,500.
I bet that's true.
Isn't it funny? There's 6,500 opportunities of places to sit here, and it never fails. Somebody's right in front of the camera.
Yep.
How does it happen?
Every single time. Liberty, Will Moss is picking up the foul, his second. Tell you what, in the old super sectional days, this place would be rocking, and you didn't have to have handicapped aisles on the top of the bleachers. I never have understood why you needed that wide aisle way up at the top. Free throws to be shot by Tyler Finicum. His first is short.
See the big.
Why, Charlie? Why did remember at Rochester we saw that?
Well, they have to have the wider aisle at the top.
Yeah, why?
I'd say it's a safety issue, maybe.
Yeah, yeah.
Probably more than a handicap accessibility.
Second one up by Finicum is no good, and the rebound comes off to Hayner. He's ripped down 5 on the day now.
I do like the places on the front side of the bleachers. They have the cutout for those folks who might be in a wheelchair or something, where they have a safe place they can sit.
This is a great place for a super sectional if you could get it back in those old 2-class systems.
Isn't it weird that it's never, here's Moss on a drive, no good. Rebound down to Hayner. Put back block. Rebound Cooley. He'll put it up in. Isn't it weird that it's never hosted it since they've gone to the 4-class ever?
Yep.
What, do you think they haven't ever applied? Here's Smith the other way, and he'll try the dunk, and he's blocked by the big orange monster called the rim.
You could get behind the poles when you got in this upper level. If you sit all the way at the top, it's a lot farther away than you realize with that long aisle here, too.
Alexander turnaround shot, no good. Rebound. And the kind of a free-for-all now comes down to Blackman. I saw Mount Sterling's going to host a super section on the girls' side again.
Yep, instead of IC.
Here's a drive and a finish at the rim by Jake Steele.
Steele with his first points of the day.
46-15, less than 4 minutes to play. I think I saw Calhoun has a 1A sectional, and I believe Bushnell has the other for most of the teams in our
We've had
local
sectionals
area.
in Calhoun before.
Yeah, it's not a bad side. Here's a foul now. 3:38 and counting left.
Is that going to be on? Finicum picks it up, the violation. 5th foul.
Out of bounds, Klauser to trigger. Gets it to Moss. Moss puts up a long 2. It's no good. Rebound out of bounds. It'll stay with Liberty. They'll have to run the ball down the far side.
Hayner did a nice job of bouncing off a guy again. You know, there's no reason not to have something like that here if you could. And they've got a basketball coach here at Western now that wants things like that, I'm sure.
Yeah, I don't know if you're WIU, why you wouldn't really push for that.
Get people on your campus, right?
Turnaround shot. Moss is up and good for 2.
His first 2 of the day.
And goodness knows if WIU needs something, it's people on the campus.
Yep, they do.
It's amazing how that enrollment's dropped. Here's a 3 the other way, no good. Rebound down to Smith. He'll put it up, won't fall. Rebound kept alive, and they'll say a push committed by one of the Liberty Eagles.
Noah Klauser picks up his 4th. Double bonus situation. Big call there. Jake Steele to the free throw line. Well, Jake, you've got a bucket. Looking for your first free throws of the day. 7 of 13 is this squad. Make them 8 of 14. Steele makes the first.
Schutte, Poulter, and also into the game for Liberty comes Colby Henry. Colby's wearing 22 today. Usually wears 10, does he not?
Normally.
That is
Second
Colby,
one up
though.
is also good.
48-17. Jordan Watson's back in for Monmouth Roseville. Also, we see out there Riverdene 6'1" senior. Cool names on this team.
And a lot of 17 guys on the roster.
Here's Poulter. Dribble drive. Hammered. And he'll shoot 2. Foul on that play by James Blackman.
Blackman will pick up the foul. It'll be his first. 16 foul. Liberty's over 10. Poulter at the free throw line. Thinking about Grandpa Rodney, an old friend of mine. Rodney Poulter, what a great guy. First one up by Poulter, a little short. Come on, put this one in for Rodney.
I agree with Brian Shoemaker here, since it's Texas. You could host 2 supers in one night here, a 1A and a 2A.
Easy. Second time. Up. Poulter couldn't get it to fall. Rebound comes off the other way to Blackman.
The one time I can remember Monmouth Roseville playing in the super, they went to DeKalb. Is that not crazy? I mean, I know Monmouth's a little north of here, but it's not DeKalb north.
Hey, Olney Richland came here for a super once. One of the last years we had that system.
Kane Thanen was about a 7'9" monster. He might only have been about 6'7". That kid was good. Kane Thanen.
Free throws for Ryan Leary. No O in his name. First one up, no good.
His family sat next to us at the state tournament. It was like being in the land of the Jolly Green Giants. Those people were massive.
Are you talking about the guy from Olney?
Yeah,
Thanen. Dad and sister. Wow, they were really tall.
Yeah, people have to hate being on airplanes.
He just violated the line, no call.
49-17. It's 10 seconds left, and it's 49-17. I think we'll just let it go. Poulter with it into the front court. And work it out top to Henry. Over to Alexander for a 3. It's no good at the buzzer. And this one is in the books. Final score 49-17. Monmouth Roseville improves to 7-7. Liberty drops to 1-13. And we take you to the Illini Community Hospital post-game show. Since 1942, Illini Community Hospital has been serving the area with high-quality medical care close to home. Learn more at IlliniHospital.org.
Illini Community Hospital is committed to providing high-quality specialty care close to home. We are pleased to welcome Dr. William Severino, urologist, and Dr. Mark Mount, ear, nose, and throat physician, to the consulting physician clinic team at the Castile Center. Specialty care is also provided for orthopedics, cardiology, podiatry, obstetrics, oncology, and more. Learn more by visiting IlliniHospital.org or call 217-285-2113, extension 3950 to schedule an appointment.
When you think of fall, what comes to mind besides pumpkins, honey, and football? How about fertilizer? Studies show more than 1/3 of your crop's yield is determined by fertilizer alone. Studies also show as much as 40% potassium and 30% phosphate gets tied up in stalks and residue, as well as high clay content. Nutrient Ag Solutions recommends Titan, which is an innovative fertilizer catalyst designed for use with dry fertilizer blends. Titan will keep nutrients from being tied up and increase fertilizer availability in your crop. Titan is a low-cost option to improve crop fertility. Contact your nutrient crop consultant today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. You've heard that phrase many times, and Rod Prentice in Pittsfield, your State Farm agent, is the guy you can count on to be your friend and neighbor in the insurance business. He has a complete line of insurance available for you from State Farm Insurance. You can reach him at 217-285-6930. Our family trusts Rod Prentice with all of our insurance needs. Stop by their office on Washington Street and see the girls. And Rod Prentice, your State Farm agent, 217-285-6930. Trucks LLC will be located this fall in the new building at 14 East Industrial Park Drive in Pittsfield. Call 217-922-0044. Diesel repair service offering 24-hour roadside repair, mobile service units, semi-truck and trailers, farm and ag equipment, DOT inspections, hydraulic hose repair, anything diesel, we can come to you along the road in the field or at your shop. It's Trucks. Call 217-922-0044. That's 217-922-0044. Farmers, are you looking for high-yield genetics to help the bottom line on your farm? Contact Lipcomb Seed Sales for high-yielding A-Series soybeans from Pioneer. We have the luxury right now to be offering the highest-yielding soybean lineup Pioneer has offered in 30 years. Couple that with a service that is second to none, and you have a winning combination for your farm. For corn, check out the results of the National Corn Growers Yield Contact and see who's at the top. Maybe today is a good day to revisit Pioneer corn hybrids as well. Contact Aaron, Evan, and Brett today for high-yielding A-Series soybeans from Pioneer. Go Eagles!
Welcome back on the Illini Community Hospital post-game show. Illini Community Hospital bringing specialty care close to where you are with over 20 specialists coming to the consulting physician clinic inside the Castile Center. You don't have to go far for specialty care. Learn more at IlliniHospital.org. Well, this one was all Monmouth Roseville as they run past the Liberty Eagles 49-17, and they advance to the consolation bracket semifinal at 9 o'clock on Friday morning.
12-2 after one quarter, 27-5 at halftime, 44-10 after three quarters, 49-17 at the end of this one. Liberty was 7 of 36, 19%, 2 of 7 from the arc, 28%, 1 of 4 from the free throw line, 25%, led in scoring by Noah Klauser with 6 points, 2 points for Will Moss, 4 points for Tanner Cooley, and 5 points for Levi Hayner. Tanner Gim was the marked man today, fouled out in the third quarter of this one. Unfortunate for him. Tanner will be back to do some more. Monmouth turned the ball over 10 times. They were 18 of 40 on the day, 45%. 4 of 17 from the arc, 27%. 10 of 15 from the free throw line. Led in scoring today, 9 points from Jerome Jackson. Jake Steele had 4 in the second half, 8 points for C.J. Johnson, 2 for Silas Braun. Ryan Leary had 1 point. Nick Lewis Bresnahan with 8, 6 points for Darian Smith. Leo Mahoney had 2. Jordan Watson with 2. Ashton Toll with 1. James Blackman with 2. Nico Avendano had 2 points. And Tyler Fincham played but did not score, along with various other guys in that 17-man roster. Final in this one was 49-17, and Monrose moves on to play at Brophy on Friday.
Time to name our Derek Harris, Edward Jones Financial Advisor Player of the Game. Financial investments are important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, parents, and mentors. Derek Harris, your Edward Jones Financial Advisor, understands this. That's why Derek Harris is a proud sponsor of the Player of the Game on Central Illinois Sports. And the Player of the Game of this one going to go to Jerome Jackson, finished with a team high and game high 9 points, and led his Monmouth Roseville Titans to another contest on Friday morning. They'll await the winner of Lewiston and Canton as they are on the court now, getting ready to play. We step aside on our Central Illinois Sports broadcast. Our next game scheduled for 1 o'clock as Pittsfield meets Abington Avon. For Jack and John Hull, I'm Charlie Hull, thanking you for joining us this morning. It's Monmouth Roseville 49, Liberty 17 on another Central Illinois Sports